Explanation for the unusual knowledge. BD number 7916. June 11, 1961. Broad fields of knowledge will be opened up to you when you receive my word from above, for I myself will introduce you to knowledge which cannot be intellectually acquired by you. You, who should teach your fellow human beings, must first be instructed yourselves in everything that you humans need to know. But you should also be able to refute every objection when it comes to defending the only truth, when rational people try to undermine the spiritual conclusions. Then you should be able to explain all correlations, and thus you first have to be guided into profound spiritual knowledge which can only take place through my direct word. For I can only address you directly if you, through a life in accordance with my will, have shaped yourselves such that my spirit will be able to pour into you, and only then will you also understand what is imparted to you as profound knowledge, on account of which the same knowledge, if it is passed on from person to person, will only be understood and recognized as truth by someone who lives a life of love and has awakened the spirit within himself. The spiritual information is comprehensive, yet it will always be imparted to you as you require it in order to first become fully mature yourselves and to then carry out the mission which you have accepted of your own free will. And in view of the approaching end, broader knowledge has become necessary. My plan of salvation has to be presented to people so that they will recognize the significance of their earthly lives and do whatever it takes to escape the fate of a renewed banishment. And this plan of salvation covers the development of all created beings, the origin, present state and goal of everything that came forth from my strength of love. The knowledge is extensive and new to many people, for so far it has not been necessary to inform them of it. Yet the time of the end requires that this information is now conveyed to people, so that they will live more responsibly. And thus, they shall also know about their previous infinitely long earthly process which they already covered as soul substances. This knowledge, too, was strange to them and therefore they can only accept it with difficulty. Nor will they be coerced into believing it, yet mentally they can form their own opinion and derive benefit from it. However, no human being can ever intellectually attain knowledge which concerns my reign and activity, which explains my being, which substantiates everything, even the forthcoming event, the transformation of earth, the spiritual and earthly turning point. Such knowledge can only be imparted to you from above, from myself. It can only be conveyed to you through the working of the Spirit and thus should also be recognized as an exceptional grace, which will still be granted to you in the last days. And you humans should also understand that I am only motivated by my greater than great love to inform you of everything in order to effect your voluntary return to me, that you recognize my love and respond to it. You should understand why I demand the spreading of my word ever more urgently, why I would like to give this remarkable information to all people. This knowledge can only be conveyed to earth when certain conditions are in place. But wherever this is possible, that is, where people look for clarification, this is where they should acknowledge my direct activity and accept the gift of grace which can help their souls attain maturity during the last days before the end. For then they will truly receive knowledge which is presented to them by myself, and which also exposes every misguided teaching that was able to assert itself in the darkness of the spirit but which can no longer resist the bright light of truth. The correct knowledge, which I offer you in my love, provides you with information and clarity, and it truly requires no further verbal human addition, it requires no further explanations added by human intellect. My word from above is offered to you in all clarity, it is comprehensible to everyone and provides you with the right concept of me and my nature, of my reign and activity. My word from above guides you into truth, as I have promised, and should be distributed because all people shall know about my eternal plan of salvation, because all people shall know about the end, about the total transformation of the earth, which is intended by my plan of salvation and will truly be carried out when the time is fulfilled. Amen.